Hey guys, what's up? Toboloco here. Welcome back to our Super Subscriber World Cup for 1-star teams, and this is the final video that we got to do. It's the semi-finals, the finals, and the third place playoff, of course. So there are 4 teams left: the Faroe Islands, India, the Philippines, and Bermuda. But the first match we're going to be looking at and watching is Faroe Islands versus India. So good luck to the people that picked these nations. Here we go then. The Faroe Islands versus India is our first semi-final match, and it's a hard one to call really, because both of these sides have scraped through to this stage of the competition, and yeah, it's like I said, it's a hard one. The Faroe Islands, I'm fairly sure, got through on both of their rounds on penalties, and then now they're here. I don't think it's going to be working against India though. India though, on the other hand, they did beat Andorra in normal time. This tournament was a good idea on paper, but we haven't had too many thrillers of games. Like, yes, you could probably make the argument that penalties are thrilling matchups sort of thing, and it's been quite a tight competition. You know, it's hard to call who's actually going to win this thing. But at the same time, there hasn't been a lot of goals, there hasn't been a lot of highlights, and I know that these teams play like this, so maybe next time when we do this, we'll do like 3-star teams or something like that. I think that would be a good mix of defensive plays and attacking plays. Hazard a guess to say that this goal might be settled, this one might be settled by a single goal, and Holst has gone through there, he just couldn't finish it off. And I think we're going to half-time now with the scores level at 0-0, but at least there's been chances in this one, so it's giving me hope that it might finish in normal time. India pressing here, 69th minute going into the 70th, and that's offside. I think this has extra time written all over it. I don't know why I think that, but going by the rest of the games that the Faroe Islands have had, I think the Faroe Islands are just trying their luck with penalties in this one. And that was a great tackle by the Faroe Islands. If one of them would just have a shot, you could probably think that it would go in. And my wish was almost granted, but no, that's going out. So another game where we go into extra time. I don't mind it too much in this sort of later stage of the competition. Sometimes you just need to hit it from distance, and it'll probably go in most of the time against nations like this. And here we go. Oh, that was very close. They got it here. The Faroe Islands shoot again. They tripped over in the box. No penalty. Into the box again. Header. Oh, it's blocked by the defender. And another shot as well. And it's pushed out. Wow. The Faroe Islands had so many chances in that one. India defensively scrambling all over the place. The Faroe Islands are pressing, but it's going to be penalty shootout again. I don't think the Faroe Islands wanted that, considering they had loads of shots. I think this time India probably wanted more of a penalty shootout towards the end of the game. But yeah, this one's going to be settled on penalties. Just like most of the matches that the Faroe Islands have played, can they win on penalties, or will India stun them? It's Holst with the first penalty for the Faroe Islands. And he steps up to take it, stutters, and down the middle, expertly placed. And that is 1-0 on penalties. It's Chetri. Here, what can we do here? And that was a terrible penalty. Why would you do that? It was a bit cocky on his part, but it's Hansen now. India are 1-0 down on penalties. Hansen, and that was a nice penalty. The Faroe Islands seem really good at penalties on this one, don't they? It's Sani. Here we go, and down the middle. That was a better penalty than Chetri's, 100%. And it's still 2-1. Hudson to make it 3-1. Yep, again, the Faroe Islands have brought their penalty game here. They are experts at this in this whole tournament. Diaz steps up, and it's saved, but it went in anyway. Very lucky for India. And Faroe, or however you pronounce it, is stepping up for the Faroe Islands. And that was a bad penalty. I don't know if it was a bad penalty. The goalkeeper saved it. Credit to the goalkeeper. Here comes this guy now, and down the middle. Okay, well, India are level on pens now. Hansen steps up for the Faroe Islands, and he puts it away quite nicely there. It all comes down to this penalty now. India need to score to keep their hopes alive, or they are out. It's Miranda with the penalty. Out of stamina, but surely he has enough stamina to put this one away. And top corner. You love to see that. Okay, now the Faroe Islands need to score. and fairly short just to keep the penalty shootout going. He scores, and that was a really nice penalty. Now it's Naby's turn for India. If he misses this one, it's all done. Big pressure. The Indian fans in the back there as well, praying that he scores. Naby's going to go for it, and off the bar and out. Oh, that's so cruel for India. But the Faroe Islands have done it again. They have done it again. They've won on a penalty shootout. They've done this time and time again in this tournament, and they are in the final. How about that? Our second semi-final then is an interesting one. It's the Philippines versus Bermuda. Both of these sides have been pretty decent in this tournament. The Philippines, of course, have actually scored in normal time, as Bermuda have as well. So it's going to be a tight semi-final matchup. Of course, Philippines with both young husbands up front can be very deadly as well, with Schrock in the midfield as well. And then you've got Bermuda with Naki Wells up front and a few others in the midfield that can provide him those killer passes. So it's going to be an interesting one, I hope. 30 minutes in, and Philippines still have control of the ball. They are running rings around Bermuda in terms of midfield play and stuff, but attacking wise, it hasn't quite been there yet, but you can kind of understand it. Bermuda win the ball back with Waldron. Now he can push forward for Bermuda. There is options here, but he's just running through on his own. Philippines don't know what to do right now, and finally someone comes across and actually stops the threat. Hang on, that's a penalty? What? I don't know about that one, guys. That's a penalty? What? How is that a penalty? I'm going to have to look at the replay after that, but big penalty for Bermuda. Lucky, you could say. And, oh, what a save by Everidge for the Philippines. What a save that was. Of course, Everidge used to play for Fulham. And, oh, that was a big save. It's half-time, and yet again, another goalless first half. But I mean, Bermuda had the chance from a very dubious penalty, but it was denied by Everidge in goal. And now, here comes Caledon, and he went for it, but it was blocked, and that was unfortunate. He probably should have shot earlier. And we're going to extra time again. It doesn't surprise me, to be honest. These are probably the two of the better teams on this side of the tournament tree. Oh, there's a chance, and that wasn't a good shot, but at least it was a shot. And this one's definitely going to penalties once he boots this one away. It's going to penalties, another semi-final that is going to penalties. Here we go then, penalty time between these two. It's young husband for the Philippines to start this off. He stutters, and oh, that was a bad penalty. You should never stutter in penalties, especially in semi-finals. Here comes Naki Wells. You have to think that he's putting this one away. Naki Wells. Oh, great save by Everidge. He saved 2 penalties in this one now. What a hero. Okay, it's Caledon now. Can he score his penalty for the Philippines? Yes, that was a nicely taken penalty. The goalkeeper almost got there, but it was just out of reach. Philippines 1 up. Okay, Russell with the next pen. And that was a nicely taken penalty as well in front of the Bermuda fans. Here comes Moulders. He's got no stamina. Will that affect his penalty kicks? He's going to take this, and oh, that was a nice penalty. Some of these sides can take decent penalties, but at the same time, sometimes they have horrifying penalties. It's Lamb with the next penalty for Bermuda, and again, a nicely taken penalty. It's all even in the shootout so far. It's Gia with the penalty. Can he put this one away? And it's off the post. I was about to say he's put it away, but no. Okay, it's Burgess now. Can he put the advantage on Bermuda? Burgess steps up. And, oh, that is just unfortunate. Oh, I mean, slightly bad and slightly unfortunate at the same time. Can the Philippines get back into this game now? And, oh, the Bermuda goalkeeper saved it with his legs. That could be huge. And now if Bermuda score, they will go to the final. Bermuda have been really good in this one. They could put the Philippines out, who have also been very good. It's Maynard. He takes the pen and, oh, you would have thought that Everidge would have got there. But no. And the Philippines have been eliminated. Bermuda goes to the final against the Faroe Islands. And, you know what? I've done simulations of one-star World Cups in the past. And every time I've done it, Bermuda have always gone to the final or always won the final. So if they win the final in real time, in this tournament, then that would probably cement their status as the best one-star team on this game. But before we look forward to the final, we've got to do the third place playoff final between India and the Philippines. Both of these sides have been pretty decent in this tournament. Couldn't go all the way, obviously both knocked out on penalties. So the Philippines have already stolen it away from India. Over the top there, and it just doesn't make a good cross for his man there. Philippines. They cross it in, and that was kind of close to going in, don't you think? That was a very close one. I know the goalkeeper scooped it up, but one mistake and it probably would have gone in. Out to the wing, Jenner crosses it in, and that's a chance, and the Philippines have scored! They score first, and it's Young Husband again with the goal, and it's 1-0 to the Philippines in this third place playoff final. Nicely taken shot. I don't know what India were doing defensively. They lost their man, and the Philippines are going wild in the stands because they could get their first ever third place playoff medal. Great shot by Young Husband, and they are 1-0 up from the Philippines. Is that going to be offside? I don't think it is. And the Philippines are going through. There's a mistake, and oh, what a defensive tackle that was! You could have thought that that was a surefire goal. It's a corner to India in the 78th minute. Can they get back into this game? Headed away by the Philippines. All the Philippines need to do is hold on, and they will be your third place playoff winners. Yep, that is it. And the Philippines have won the third place playoff medal for this mini subscriber World Cup. Devastation in India, but elation and celebration in the Philippines. They've done well to get this far, honestly, they really have. And yeah, third place the Philippines, fourth place India. Now we go on to the final game of this one-star subscriber World Cup. Here we are then, the final of your one-star subscriber World Cup, the watch-along ones, and it's a massive one. It's the Faroe Islands versus Bermuda. You could probably make the argument that the Faroe Islands have been really lucky and just gone through penalty shootouts to get this far, whereas Bermuda have actually won most of their games in normal time, apart from the semi-final. But this is a massive one, and I cannot wait to see what happens in this one. Bermuda pressing forward here on the wing. That's a decent ball, but it's offside. I thought it was on, but clearly not. It's always, well, okay, that was off, but most of the time the offsides have been very marginal in this tournament. It's been a very, very close game, and to be honest, it's probably deserved because these are the two best teams in the tournament. So we're going to half time with the scores at 0-0. Through ball, Olsen's here on the wing. Is there a chance for the Faroes? And oh, that was going in. Honestly, that was curling in. If there was, like, you know, an even worse rated keeper in net, you probably might have thought that that could have curled in. Oh, the Faroes have stolen it. And here comes Olsen. Is there a chance? He crosses it in and nothing happens. It's offside. And that's that. That is going to extra time. And I can bet you any money that it's not going to happen in extra time. It's just going to be a penalty shootout, 100%. But we have to do extra time because that's the rules. So I have to sit through another 30 minutes of a massive midfield battle. Crossed in by the Faroes. That's a decent one, headed, and it's just caught. I mean, I don't know what's going on. There's an injured player on the field, and that is going to be full time in extra time. And like I said, I knew it was going to go to penalties. I knew it. I mean, I don't know if that was the strategy, but if the Faroe Islands win again on penalties, then that would be just mental. Here we go then, Holst with the first penalty for the Faroe Islands. He steps up to take this one, and it's saved by Bermuda. Oh, that is big. Okay, right, first penalty missed for the Faroes, and it's Naki Wells, stutters, and oh, it's saved, but it went in the back of the net. Oh, Bermuda got very fortunate there, and it's Moritzen to take the second penalty for the Faroe Islands. He steps up to take it, and oh my god, what was going on there? I mean, it gave him the chance to have the rebound, and the Faroe Islands are 2-0 down. Well, they're going to be, maybe. Yeah, they're 2-0 down on penalties. Bermuda in complete control of this shootout. It's Hansen. Can they do it? Hansen. Oh, that was a decent penalty. Bermuda still lead though. They could still lead by 3-1 in this penalty shootout. Lamb to take the pen. And that was a poor penalty. Bermuda could have capitalised on it. They're still up by 1. But the Faroe Islands can draw level if they score here. And they have. So Bermuda need to step up and take this penalty. It's Burgess with the penalty for Bermuda. If he misses, it's all square. Oh, that's a decent penalty. This is a massive penalty for the Faroes. If they miss this one, Bermuda are champions. Let's see what happens then. Hansen to take the penalty off the bar! Off the bar! And Bermuda have won the World Cup against the Faroe Islands. And for some reason, we're not going to see the perspective of Bermuda. We're going to see the Faroe Islands perspective. But okay, game, whatever you want to do. They relied on penalty shootouts to get through in the previous rounds, and they just couldn't do it here. But Bermuda have done it, despite having no shots in the entire game. They somehow held on. So to summarise this whole tournament then, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't think it was a very entertaining one-star World Cup. Quality of football was really bad, and it was hard for me personally to sit there and watch matches just keep going to penalty shootouts all the time. Whereas in the previous Subscriber World Cup, when we had a few mixed teams in there, it was a lot more entertaining because there were more goals, more highlight moments and stuff. Maybe we could do it with 3-star teams, possibly, or 3.5-star teams, you know, just bang average teams, and see what happens with those. I don't know, but it depends if you guys enjoyed this one or not. I don't know if you did or not, but if you did, then give it a like and subscribe. Keep it loco as always, and I'll see you again for the next video.